Welcome to a lesson with Dr. Powell. Let's take a look at how we can factor 4x squared plus 17x minus 15. This is a quadratic polynomial, and it's a result of a FOIL. And we're going to work backwards and figure out what that FOIL is. Now, there's an inside, and then there's an outside in the FOIL. So we know, actually, that if we multiply outside times inside, that we actually get, so we get this times this, which we know is 4. Then we keep on multiplying times this, and we know that those two guys multiply together get negative 15. So really, outside times inside is really all of these multiply together, which is 4 times negative 15, which is negative 60. We also know that outside plus inside gives us our middle term, which is 17x. So, but let's think about the outside and the inside as just being coefficients. So let's just really think of this O and this I as being the coefficients. And so when we add it together, we're not going to worry about the x, but just the 17. Okay. In particular, we can replace O, if we want, with 17 minus I. And then we just have to run through possibilities for I, which is a factor of negative 60. That would give this to us. Let's think for a minute. I think 1 times like something like 17 minus 1 or 17 plus 1, that's too small. 2 times even 19 is way too small. But if we go to the next one, 3, notice 3 and then go above and below 17, up 3 and down 3. But if we go up to 20, notice that works. 20 times 3 would work, especially if this were a negative 3, because then you'd have a 17 minus a negative 3. What we've just figured out is we figured out that negative 3 is the inside, and this guy 17 minus I, remember, was replacing O. That's the outside. So in here we know the outside is 20 and the inside is negative 3. Now all we have to do is just kind of relate what needs to go here. So for the inside being negative 3, we're actually taking a factor from negative 15, which will go right here. And it looks like it better be like a 3. In fact, a negative 3 even, because the other guy's a factor of positive 4. And let's see, we could just do positive 2. Well, actually positive 1, right? Because we need to get negative 3. So since that's a 1, then this better be a 4 here. Since this is a 3, that better be a 5 there. And we have just factored it if we put in our x's and a plus, and we're done. So it's 4x minus 3 times quantity x plus 5. And we have just factored the polynomial. Thanks for watching.